Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. Our game tonight featuring the Washington Mystics as they go up against the Connecticut Sun. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. You know, it's always interesting to match up the offseason expectations with the reality of a new season.
That's what's so great about this league from a fan perspective, right? There's always something to look forward to, no matter where your team is.
Well, both teams here, they're excited about the possibilities, and that can mean anything from developing young talent to winning a chip.
Now here's Cloud. Outside Mabry. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Mystics. Here's Sykes. Nelson Adota with the rebound.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Now here's Mabry. Back to Cloud. Pass to Nelson Adota. Charles. Over Dolson. Charles, no good.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
Count that one.
What tenacity from Engsler, working against the defensive contact inside and not letting anyone hold her shot back.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Charles. Pass to Mabry. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, an opportunity for a three-point play.
How about the agility of Mabry? Manages to get it to go while taking the hit.
A late second-round pick in 2019, Marina Mabry sure has carved out a nice role for herself over time.
Well, she never gave up on herself despite slipping far in the draft. She continued to work on her game and has proven how multi-talented a player she is. Her story is definitely inspirational.
And when you look at this Washington team, they hang their hat on defense. That's the priority.
Yeah, last year they were 4th in defensive rating. They have a great coaching staff that helps with scouting reports, defensive schemes that we'll see. And the Mystics do a great job, you know, executing those scouting reports.
Now here's Engsler. Pass to Melbourne. Now Sykes. The three is up. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, beyond the arc, Sykes can be pretty choosy, but she finds an angle she likes and drills it.
Now Mabry. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Out to the left wing. Parks gets the bucket.
Well, people think of Mabry as a shooter, and she is a great one. But Marina also is more than a capable playmaker.
Pass to Sykes. Outside Edwards. Now Melbourne. To the inside. Sykes. And here's Edwards. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brittany Sykes.
Great communication between teammates there.
Connecticut trailing. Cloud outside. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Lets it go from 11. A clear look for Tina Charles. Cans the shot with nobody near her.
Love the assertiveness on the catch and shoot. If Charles gets a look she likes, she doesn't hesitate.
And here's Melbourne. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Sykes. 5 on the clock. Edwards with the screen. The offensive rebound. Stolen by Tina Charles. Left side, Mabry. Here's Parks. Back to Mabry. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for her.
Well, offensively speaking, it has been a tough quarter for her.
Pass to Dolson. Melbourne. Dolson sets a screen. Angsler with it. From past the arc. Rebounded by Mabry. The Sun with the lead. Now here's Cloud. She's guarded by Angsler. Pass to Charles. Over Dolson. The little short range fadeaway off target. Down low. Edwards with the bucket.
And these two teams continue to trade punches back and forth like heavyweight fighters.
The momentum swings are impossible to keep track of. The energy in this building just keeps changing.
It's been such a crazy game.
Now here's Mabry. Floats one up. That shot off.
You know, she's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And you know she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
Here's Melbourne. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Right side, Edwards. Over Charles. Edwards with the bucket. The Sun on offense. It's a three-point game, and they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Inside, here's Charles. Yes, and a nice assist from Marina Mabry.
A reliable interior scoring option. Charles plays with power and poise around the rim.
Pass to Angsler. Dolson. Dolson sets a screen. Sykes, no good.
Yeah, I think she has been way off the mark this quarter. It is getting rough.
Here's Cloud. Now Parks. She's guarded by Angsler. Outside Charles. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nelson Adota. Gets a three-pointer to fall. Washington trailing. Now Melbourne. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Sykes outside. Angsler. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Edwards. And here's Angsler. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Now here's Cloud. Parks. She's guarded by Angsler. Charles with it. Working on Edwards. Charles, good.
I like the way she's taking advantage of what the defense is giving her, and she's been a key contributor for them this quarter.
And here is Sykes. Pass to Melbourne. Now here's Dolson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Sun pull it in.
Rebounding is going to be a focal point for them in this one, fellas.
Yeah, Brian, it has been so far. They've already got a nice edge on the glass.
Cloud. Charles. Back to Cloud. Pass to Mabry. Buries it down low.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. Nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Here's Melbourne. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Now here's Angsler. Here's Sykes. Angsler with it. Now Melbourne. Fires the three. Pass to Angsler. Sykes with the ball. Off target with the three.
She's killing them with her forward shooting.
Cloud outside. Mabry up top. There's the three. Here's Charles. That's good, and that's her fourth basket of the game. She's a strong 4 for 6.
Easily one of the most tenacious rebounders in the league. Charles is very familiar with second chance points.
Now here is Sykes. To the paint. Dolson. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so the first quarter in the books. The Sun on top. They're up by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And now the second quarter just getting set to begin. And guys, what's your take on the Sun so far?
Simple. Defense, defense, defense so far. And they have really clamped up.
Say it one more time, Tim. Defense?
Defense.
Every shooter that challenges their defense has had a hand in their face.
And so here's Connecticut.
And back in 2023, the Sun traded away former MVP Jonquel Jones.
Yes, sending her to New York in a blockbuster deal. Despite losing one of the best players in the league, Connecticut went 27-13 last year, got to the WNBA semifinals, and that tells you how good this organization is.
Now here's Mule. Good on the bucket.
She threaded the bounce pass in there so smoothly.
And here's Burton. Pass to Parks. Now Allen. It's Burton. It's rebounded by Kune. So it's Washington now. They trail by 3. Now here's Mule. Guarded closely. Brittany Sykes for 3. Burton with the rebound.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
And she makes that one. Mule with the ball. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Sykes. Pass to Austin.
And looking at Shakira Austin, she finished second in Rookie of the Year voting back in 2022.
When we talk about immediate impact, she had a double-double in her second career game. Austin plays like the 6'5" center she is. Excellent around the rim, rebounds, doesn't venture too much in the perimeter.
First one falls for her.
You have to respect the determination that Shakira Austin brings to the court. She plays extremely hard and will not back down from any matchup.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And for the Connecticut Sun, their first year in the W was in 1999. They're still searching for that first title.
Connecticut has been so close, falling in the finals 4 times. A couple of those losses in heartbreaking fashion. Sun fans are very hungry for that banner.
Here's Endorfall. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here.
Now here's Mule.
She's covered closely. Pass to Austin.
Outside for Sykes.
Yes, and it's Shakira Austin picking up the assist. And it's all knotted up.
Puts her awareness on full display. Sykes knew exactly how much time she had for the catch and shoot.
Timeout called to Sun. And Tim, you talk about players who had to fight for a spot in the W. How about Carly Samuelson?
Well, she only played 42 games her first 5 years out of college, was released or waived 8 times, found her place in 2023 with the Sparks. Now, Carly's one of the top 3-point specialists in the whole league.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's to Shields. And again, Connecticut no good.
That is such a low percentage shot.
She's got to remember that she has 4 teammates out there with her. She doesn't need to do it all by herself.
Now here's to Shields. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Found the soft spot in the D right there.
Washington calls timeout. The Mystics trailing. Samuelson outside. Pass to Mule. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket for a terrific assist. You know, they've done a lot of that today.
And, you know, it's something we haven't seen much at the opposite end of the court.
It's Burton. Outside to Shields. Now Burton. Back to DeShields. And the layup falls.
And you can't allow DeShields to get good positioning, you know, the ball down low, because once that happens, the D is toast.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play. Pass to Kone. The jump hook. And again, it's Washington converting. And so here's Connecticut. Right side to Shields. Here's Allen. She's guarded by Samuelson. 5 to shoot. Pass to DeShields. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. The Mystics leading. Screen by Austin. To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, you all see that painted area. It belongs to Shakira Austin. She takes it personal down low.
Now here's Allen. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Outside to Shields. To the inside. Now here's Allen. She's guarded by Samuelson. And Allen gets it to go.
I mean, that has to be a defensive error. She's someone they need to put more attention on.
Pass to Vanloo. Austin. Off target at the rim.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
And the last time the Mystics won a playoff series was in 2019 when they won it all.
Well, they got bounced in the opening round last year, which makes it 3 of the last 4 years where they've lost in the first round. The Mystics just haven't been able to replicate that 2019 run.
And she makes the first.
Well, the Mystics joined the WNBA in year 2 of the league back in 1998, and they won their first title in 2019.
It took a long time, but it was well worth the wait. Beating the Sun in a thrilling 5-game finals. That 2019 team setting a WNBA record with a 115 offensive rating. They went 26-8 in the regular season. When you think about the all-time teams in the history of this league, 2019 Washington, they're in the conversation.
Now Melbourne. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Edwards. Hanksler. Mabry covering. Here's Edwards. Up and in for basket number 4, and that makes her 4 for 5.
Well, it's been nip and tuck. Neither team's been able to really get an edge.
They're just going back and forth. It's been a nail-biter.
A real joy to watch.
Now here's Mabry. 5 points in the game. Here's Charles. And again, Connecticut no good. Dolson up top. She's covered by Allen.
That's a missed opportunity right there.
And she'll be the first to tell you that's one she should have buried.
Pass to Charles. Shoots over Edwards. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
At the offensive end, she's done as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here's Melbourne.
Hanksler. To the paint. Shoots it up. Edwards with the bucket.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Cloud outside. Pass to Allen. Back to Cloud. For three. The shot comes out. Here's Melbourne. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. And here's Dolson. Dolson sets a screen. Now here's Angsler. Mabry covering. Melbourne shot is off.
Oh, man. That's one she'd like to have over.
It's Tina Charles, high post. And the layup is good.
Of their last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is smash mouth basketball, guys.
Yeah, they're really imposing their will offensively and getting exactly the kind of looks they want.
Here's Melbourne. Pass to Samuelson. Here's Melbourne. She's covered by Cloud. Here's Dolson. Tries from 7. Nice touch on the bank shot.
A myriad of moves and ways to score inside. Dolson is excellent close to the basket.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Mabry. Up top Cloud. Allen with it. Charles with it. She's covered by Edwards. Takes the turnaround Jay. Charles, no good. Here's Melbourne. She's covered by Cloud. Pass to Samuelson. Edwards with the screen. Spins. Now here's Samuelson. Defense is right there. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
They're working in closer to the bucket here in the second.
Yeah, the threes weren't falling early, and sometimes seeing a few easier ones go in can renew that touch.
Now here's Charles. 12 points for her. She gets that one.
Given Charles's impressive all-around game, she's certainly one of the league's toughest defensive assignments.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Samuelson. Now Dolson. Now here's Angsler. This one for 3. Nelson Adota with the rebound. Now here's Allen. She's guarded by Samuelson.
And the defender didn't get squared up with her feet set.
Yeah, those can be tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
On defense, the Mystics. Charles with the bucket.
When Charles is hitting threes, she's basically unguardable, and it gives her team some unique spacing.
The Mystics trailing. And shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Screen by Sykes. Outside Edwards. Melbourne. She's covered by Cloud. 4 on the shot clock. And even 3-on-3 break. 1 second left. And again, it's Connecticut.
She's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake. Come on, you got to be a little bit more disciplined.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Sun ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll return shortly. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first two quarters. It's been one outstanding game from Charles.
Her decision-making simply flawless today. Nothing but quality shots from her in the first half. She wasn't forcing anything.
Yeah, but I think here in the second half, they may want her to be a little more assertive and start taking more shots, even the tough ones.
The Sun with the lead. Cloud with it. Wyatt so far offensively searching for first points of the game. Here's Parks. She's guarded by Anxler. 6 to shoot. Parks gets the bucket.
I saw a little confusion amongst the D as to who was supposed to be guarding her.
Now here is Sykes. Defense right on her. Pass to Dolson. Anxler. Sykes outside. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good.
And talking about Brittany Sykes, she's known for her defense.
Well, when those GM surveys come out every year, Sykes is normally the pick for best wing defender. He's an old school type of guard. Doesn't take a lot of threes. Hangs her hat on disrupting opponents.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Edwards. Sykes. Mabry covering. Sykes up top. She's got 6. Releases. The Sun pull it in.
She has slipped into a real funk here.
Definitely. The basket is not looking very big to her at this point.
And their lead takes another little bump up.
Yeah, their lead is increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is playing out.
Here's Melbourne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Dolson. Here's the three. Nailed from three-point land.
When a player has confidence like Dolson, you see the pass coming and expect her to take the shot immediately.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now here's Cloud. Charles with it. Shot from 12. And it's Dolson with the rebound. Melbourne. Back to Dolson. Nelson Adota with the rebound.
She just hasn't looked right. She hasn't. And something's off with her mechanics, I think.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside Mabry. Over Sykes. Again, the Sun score.
A very effective shooter. Mabry well within her range there. Almost a layup if she's open.
Washington calls timeout. You look at Charles, and she's been playing really well.
She has continued to wear them out inside. They got to figure out how they plan to contain her.
second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Melbourne. Angsler. Clock at 6. It's Brittany Sykes on the wing. There's the triple. Good on the triple.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond the arc in the second half.
And that's just what the doctor ordered, and they're really using that prescription to their advantage. You know, those three-point bombs will really erase this deficit quickly if they keep it up.
And we weren't math majors, but 3 is more than 2, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, that one goes.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 tries.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Sykes outside. Pass to Dolson. Back to Sykes. That one falls, coming off Stephanie Dolson's feed.
Once inside, Sykes commits to the play. She'll work around contact if she has to.
And here's Connecticut. Outside Mabry. And here's Cloud. Charles. She's covered by Edwards. Pass to Mabry. She scores her 6th bucket from the floor with that one, and she's shot the ball 11 times.
Mixing it up inside. Mabry might be under 6 feet, but her toughness showing there.
Washington trailing. Now Dolson. Sykes. And the Mystics hit again from deep.
Well, you want to get back into a ball game, knock down threes. Another 3 from her, getting them that much closer.
Well, she knows all about that. I mean, most of her points have come on the three-point shot today.
Now here's Cloud. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Charles. Aaliyah Edwards, strong defensive effort. Now Melbourne. Sykes outside. From deep. Rebounded by the Sun. Now Mabry. 14 points for her. Down low. Here's Nelson Adota. Outside for Mabry. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Angsler.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Now here's Angsler. 5 points in the game. Edwards with the screen. Brittany Sykes outside. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Now they're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
And the Sun call time here. So both teams changing it up here.
Burton, he's covered by Mule.
Here's Allen. Shot from 16. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in. So it's Washington now. A 4-point game. Pass to Angsler. Here's Samuelson. No good on the triple.
Rebound battle split about evenly.
Yeah, neck and neck on the glass. Just one aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game.
And we love the close games.
Absolutely.
Now here's Samuelson.
Inside. Here's Austin. That one, no good. And Connecticut has possession. They set the pick. Tina Charles for three. Not going to go that time.
Well, she had 1-3 in the first half, but so far in the second, she's come up empty.
And when Aaliyah Edwards is on the floor, it's easy to see the presence she has in the post.
She has great touch close to the basket as a very efficient scorer. And she's also very athletic. She's a big who can get up the court in a hurry.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So both teams making some changes here. And so she makes both from the line. The Sun leading. Outside to Shields. Burton. With some arc. And she lays it up and in.
That's a precision shot. No room for error on the floater.
Samuelson outside.
Austin. Here's Edwards. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
I like how Austin answers the defensive intensity, going right at them.
And this is her second trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. It's Burton. Pass to Allen. To Shields. Outside Charles.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good.
When Charles's jumper is on, she's that much harder to guard. It just opens up a lot of different parts of her game.
Here's Van Loo.
Looking for her first basket still in this one. Here's Austin. The 10-footer finds the target.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a bit like they did in the first.
Outside to Shields.
Burton, she's covered by Mule.
Outside Charles. Kicks it out to DeShields. Pass to Allen. Tries a three. Drops in the tray.
Using A+ awareness to find the wide open teammate, DeShields doesn't mind distributing.
Samuelson outside. Austin. Van Loo.
Covered by DeShields.
Now here's Samuelson.
Takes the three. Drains the three-pointer.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
And if they time it right, they can end this quarter with a little 2-for-1.
And that's how you really want to end a quarter.
Pass to Charles. Five to shoot.
Now Allen. Over Samuelson. The rebound by Van Loo.
Washington trailing.
Clock's on their side here.
That's right. They can hold it for the last shot.
Now here's Austin. Tight defense on her. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. She's made 3 of her 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Shakira Austin. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And she sinks the second. From deep three-point range, 3/4 of play and a close game here. The Sun on top. They're up by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And Washington has possession, trailing by 2.
Pass to Kone. Samuelson. She's covered by Allen. Here's Van Loo. Here's Kone.
5 on the clock.
Samuelson outside. Mule.
And that misses. That would have put them up. To the middle. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
Mule with the ball.
Down low. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Now Burton. Here's Allen. No good with the triple.
Here's Van Loo. Now here's Mule.
Screen by Austin. And that one's good. It's Mule.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Outside to Shields.
Pass to Burton.
Back to DeShields. From downtown. It's rebounded by Kune.
Not her best game, but they're getting it done collectively.
Here's Mule. Oh, and she misses the go-ahead basket.
Up top, Allen. He's guarded by Samuelson. Pass to Endor Fall. It's Burton.
Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to DeShields. Fires for three. And again, no good by Connecticut. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth quarter.
And here's Mule. Samuelson outside. Van Loo.
Covered by DeShields. To take the lead. And that one's good. Austin.
And they are just killing them with the three-point shot here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. They're fully stretched out there trying to stop the three and still haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, I don't know defensively what they can do different at this point.
Here's Endor Fall.
Gets an open look and hits.
Mule with the ball. Samuelson outside.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth.
Pass to Mule.
Puts up a three. And that's collected by Diamond DeShields. The Sun with the lead. To the paint. Endor Fall. Misses from short range.
Now Mule.
The three. Mystics keep it alive. Here's Kune. Rebounded by the Sun. Outside to Shields.
Pass to Burton.
And there's a pick. Shoots the three.
A rebound by Van Loo. Now here's Mule. Pass to Austin. Mule. Yes, and it's Shakira Austin picking up the assist.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
Outside to Shields. And counts the basket. She was fouled, and she's going to the line for one more. A different look for Washington.
Diamond DeShields, shooting one.
Something you notice immediately about Diamond DeShields is her relentlessness. No matter what roadblocks she comes up against, she hustles and finds a way to overcome them.
Here's Melbourne. Brittany Sykes for three.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Stephanie Dolson. That is her first foul of the game.
Checking in from your Connecticut side, number 21, Robin Parks.
Here's Mabry. Cloud outside. Back to Mabry.
The tray gets that one through the hole. Makes her 7 for 13 this game.
Not shy from outside. They're spreading the floor and chucking them up.
And I like that mentality, playing to win as opposed to playing it safe.
Yeah, why not take some chances?
Come on.
Now here is Sykes.
Pass to Melbourne.
Back to Sykes. Just 5 on the clock. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Cloud outside.
Pass to Mabry. Cloud. She's guarded by Angsler. And here's Charles. Shoots over Edwards. Charles, no good.
That's as high percentage as it gets for her. I don't know why the defense gave her that much space to operate.
Angsler with it. Edwards with it. Sykes outside. It's hauled in by Parks.
Well, she's a player who, with the wide open look, will rarely miss.
Outside Charles. Nelson Adota. Outside Mabry. Parks. Guarded by Dolson. Here's Cloud. Jams the shot from the wing.
From that in-between range, they've been the much hotter shooting team.
Well, when you knock down those jumpers, it really just opens up everything else.
Pass to Sykes. Edwards. Screen by Sykes. Now Melbourne. She's covered by Cloud. Melbourne, good.
Now these fans, they are getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game we've got here.
Absolutely. Almost impossible to separate these teams up to this point. I'll bet this one's close all the way.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Timeout called the Sun. Cloud.
And there's the aggressive take from Cloud. She's good at finding ways to draw the foul on her way up.
Team foul. At the line from your Connecticut Sun, Natasha Cloud. 2 shots.
She misses the free throw.
Well, what you love about Natasha Cloud, she walks the walk both on and off the court. Her voice is very strong.
And the second free throw, good.
Look, she did the important part at the line there. Made this a 2-possession game.
Here's Melbourne. She's covered by Cloud. Outside Edwards. Angsler. Pass to Dolson. Now here's Cloud. Parks. She's guarded by Angsler. Cloud outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Right side, Charles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bullseye!
She has some old school to her game. Charles, not afraid of scoring in the in-between area of the court.
And here is Sykes. Over Mabry. Sykes with the bucket.
In big moments, Sykes does not lack aggressiveness. If she can make a difference, she will.
Outside Charles. Back to Cloud. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tina Charles.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
The Mystics trailing. Sykes with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
No stranger to this type of moment. Remember, Sykes played in a national championship game in college. She's been in many huge situations.
Now Mabry. Pass to Parks. Cloud. To the inside. Mabry. Yes, indeed. It is good. That's her 8th make against 14 attempts.
Turning up the intensity when they need it most, Mabry gets the much-needed shot.
Now here's Sykes. Washington calls timeout. Trail by just 4.
She can beat you in a lot of different ways. Sykes is dangerous in the pick and roll game because she can handle the ball too.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul, 3rd team foul.
Here's Cloud. Pass to Parks. Mabry drills the three-pointer.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
I don't know if I'd call it 100% secure, but at least 98%.
I'll go 99.2.
Washington calls timeout. Sykes, Mabry covering. Rejected by Tina Charles.
Good job by Charles to position herself defensively, proving how effective she can be with that block.
Now here's Cloud. So we get to see the Sun get the win here. This one was up for grabs right until the dying seconds.
And, you know, I think what stood out was they showed their character when it mattered, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up.
See you again at the next event.